हरे कृष्णा। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। विभावरी शेषा आलोक प्रवेशा निद्राचारी उठ जीवा। विभावरी शेषा आलोक प्रवेशा निद्राचारी उठ जीवा। बोलो हरि हरि मुकुंद मुरारी राम कृष्ण हय ग्रीवा। बोलो हरि हरि मुकुंद मुरारी राम कृष्ण हय ग्रीवा। नृसिंह वामन श्री मधुसूदन ब्रजेंद्र नंदन श्यामा। पूतन घातन कैटभ शातन जय दशरथि रामा। विभावरी शेषा आलोक प्रवेशा निद्राचारी उठ जीवा। यशोदलूलाल गोविंद गोपाल वृंदावन पुरंदरा। गोपी प्रिया जन राधिकर मन भुवन सुंदर बारा। विभावरी शेषा आलोक प्रवेशा निद्राचारी उठ जीवा। रावणांतकर माखन तस्कर गोपी जना वस्त्रहारी। ब्रजेर राखाल गोप वृंदापाल चित्त हरी बंशीधारी। विभावरी शेषा आलोक प्रवेशा निद्राचारी उठ जीवा। योगींद्र बंदन श्रीनंदनंदन ब्रज जना भयहारी। नवीन नीरद रूप मनोहर मोहन बंशी बिहारी। विभावरी शेषा आलोक प्रवेशा निद्राचारी उठ जीवा। यशोदानंदन कंसनिसूदन निकुंज रास विलासी। कदम्ब कानन रास परायण वृंद विपिन निवासी। विभावरी शेषा आलोक प्रवेश निद्राचारी उठ जीवा। आनंदवर्धन प्रेम निकेतन फूल शर योजक कामा। गोपांगना गण चित्त विनोदन समस्त गुण गण धामा। विभावरी शेषा आलोक प्रवेशा निद्राचारी उठ जीवा। जामुन जीवन केली परायण मानस चंद्र चकोरा। नाम सुधारस गाओ कृष्णा जश राखो वचन मन मोरा। विभावरी शेषा आलोक प्रवेशा निद्राचारी उठ जीवा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Such a wonderful kirtan. Very beautiful, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Very nicely rendered. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Welcome, everyone. So today we have to do Vamana Avatar. Okay, let's begin with our prayers. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilita Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Katamayam Dadati Swapadantikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Vamana Avatar, dwarf incarnation. His other name is Upendra. Upendra because he was younger brother of Indra. That's right, Upendra. They were all born to Aditi and Kashyap Muni. Aditi gave birth to all the devatas. Aditi gave birth to demons. We know that past time. So every incarnation is Lord's mercy. Every incarnation. There is something that he wants to teach us. He wants to show how great his devotees are. And then we can see the reciprocation also he has with his devotees. And here last week we studied Prahlad Maharaj. This is Prahlad Maharaj's grandson, Bali Maharaj. So what happens is he's a little puffed up. He's very proud of his material opulence, all the possessions and everything. So let's see what happens. Lord Vaman Dev, the dwarf incarnation. Okay. Chalayasi Vikramane Balin Adbhuta Vamana Padanakhani Rajanita Jana Pavana Keshavadrita Vamana Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare. O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of a dwarf Brahmana, all glories to you. O wonderful dwarf, by your massive steps, you deceive King Bali, and with the Ganges water that has emanated from the nails of your lotus feet, you deliver all living beings within this world. So that's what it means, Shloka. Okay. Itam virincha sutta karma viryaha pradur babhuvaamrita bhur adityam chaturbhuja shankha gadapcha chakraha Vishangavasa nalinayate shanaha. Sukadev Goswami said, what did he say? After Lord Brahma had thus spoken, glorifying the Supreme Lord's activities and prowess, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is never subject to death, like an ordinary living being, appeared from the womb of Aditi. Aditi was pure in her heart. She was always, very religious. She followed all the rules and austerity and everything. She wanted some very good children, pious, beautiful souls. So, devotees. So, the Lord himself appeared. His 4 hands were decorated with conch shell, club, lotus, and disc. He was dressed in yellow garments, and his eyes appeared like the petals of a blooming lotus. So, what happens here? This is how he appeared to Vasudev and Devaki also. They first saw him in this form with, Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. He was holding all this with yellow garments and everything, with flower, nicely decorated. Then he appeared as a baby. So he appears like an ordinary child, he appeared like a baby to Aditi mother. But we should understand that he is not subjected to birth, death, old age, disease. This is just a pastime for him. That's all. So a person has to be very, very intelligent to understand that the Lord is not like us. And he says that in Bhagavad Gita, Janma karma cha me divyam yo vekti evam yo vekti tatvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mam Eti so Arjuna. He says, one who understands my appearance and disappearance, who understands the transcendental nature of my appearance and disappearance. Such a person doesn't have to take up another body. He's already liberated. So that is very important shloka in Bhagavad Gita actually. Prabhupada says that. Because that one shloka where it is very clear that Krishna is not ordinary. Prabhupada himself was not ordinary that way. So Krishna definitely is not a human being. It establishes that. So he has nothing to do with material activities. He's appeared here for a purpose. So we'll come to know about that now. So Lord Vamana appeared in this world from the womb of Aditi completely equipped like this. Lotus is very beautiful. That's everything. Lotus feet, lotus face, lotus eyes. It is compared to if something is very beautiful, it's compared to the lotus. His bodily hue was blackish and he was dressed in yellow garments. Just like Krishna. So can someone read this please? Hare Krishna.
Shall I read?
Sukanya
Mataji?
Okay, Mataji. Next one, Sukanya Mataji will do. Thank you, Mataji. Yes, go ahead.
Significance of Shravana Dwadasi. You want me to read that, Mataji?
Okay, Mataji,
Significance of
please.
Shravana
Okay.
Dwadasi. On the
Okay,
day of
Mataji.
Shravana Dwadasi, the 12th day of the bright fortnight in the month of Bhadra, when the moon came into the lunar mansion, Shravana, at the auspicious moment of Abhijit, the Lord appeared in this universe. Lord Vishnu appeared at an auspicious moment on Shravana Dwadasi when the Abhijit star had arisen. At that time, in all the three worlds, including the higher planetary system, outer space, and this earth, all the demigods, the cows, the brahmanas, and even the seasons were happy because of God's appearance. Therefore, this auspicious day is called Vijaya. There is a Abhijit
Correct.
star they have shown, Mataji.
Yes. Abhijit star India is the 5th brightest star in the
In the
sky.
sky.
So appearance, yes. Appearance day of Vaman Dev. Which day he appeared? That's given. Vamana Dwadashi. Says this was Shravana Dwadashi, 12th day of the bright fortnight in the month of Bhadra. So let's see. Can someone read this? He looks very cute. It's so dwarf, but was very beautiful. Dipti Mataji, would you like to read? Yes, Mataji, sure. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has a Satchit Ananda body, appeared as the son of Kashyapa and Aditi, both of his parents were very astonished. After his appearance, the Lord assumed the form of a dwarf, Vamana. All the great sages expressed their jubilation, and with Kashyapa Muni before them, they performed the birthday ceremony of Lord Vamana. At the time of Lord Vamanadeva's sacred thread ceremony, he was honored by the sun god Brihaspati, the goddess presiding over the planet Earth, the deity of the heavenly planets, his mother, Lord Brahma, Kuvera, the 7 rishis, and others. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Aditi, she wanted. Sometimes when they are praying, they pray. This is given in the Krishna book also, where all he has appeared, and then why he appeared as Devaki's son. So they want a son who is like the Lord himself. So he himself appears just to please the devotees. So again, Bhrigu was a rishi. He was one of the 7 great sages, the Saptarshis, one of the many Prajapatis, the facilitators of creation. Prajapati means, this is what it means, created by Brahma. So Lord Vaman Dev then visited the sacrificial arena on the northern side of the Narmada river at the field known as Bhrigu Kacha. So there was a sacrifice going on and Bhrigu Maharaj was there performing it. So Lord appeared there. So he has a reason why he appeared. Let's see. Where Brahmanas of the Bhrigu dynasty were performing yajna. Wearing a belt made of munja straw, an upper garment of deer skin and a sacred thread and carrying in his hand a danda, an umbrella, and a water pot, kamandalu. Whenever we see Vaman there, we imagine, immediately we can visualize having all this. He's holding a danda and a water pot. And, Vaman there, he has a very, he looks unique. So that way, the sacred thread, everything he was wearing, a Brahmana appeared. Lord Vamandev appeared in the sacrificial arena of Maharaj Bali. Because of his transcendently effulgent presence, all the priests were diminished in their prowess, and thus they all stood from their seats and offered prayers to Lord Vamandev. Shrutva svamadhir yajamananujitam balim bhrugunam upakalpitaistatah jagama tatra kila sarasapruta bharena gam sannamayan pade pade. When the Lord heard that Bali Maharaj was performing Ashwamedha sacrifices under the patronage of Brahmanas belonging to the Bhrigu dynasty, the Supreme Lord, who is full in every respect, proceeded there to show his mercy to Bali Maharaj. He's full in every respect. He's called Bhagavan. That's why all the six opulences, his richness, and then strength, fame, beauty, renunciation, everything, knowledge is complete, full. So here we know what happens. Wherever there are Brahmanas, Kshatriyas offer lot of charity. That is actually their duty. They have to offer charity to Brahmanas. Kshatriyas are very, very, very particular about that. The moment they say a Brahmana, they get off their seat, they offer obeisances, they treat them with lot of respect. They give the same respect they give, the Lord. It's like that. Krishna himself set the example. If you see in 10th canto, whenever Narad Muni appeared or any Brahmana appeared, he washed their feet with the water and put it on his head. So, and they asked very humbly, how can we offer you anything? What is the reason you have appeared here? What can I do for you? He asked all this and gave them the best of the best seats. He gave up his own seat for the Brahmanas, like that. So here, what will happen? Same thing, Bali Maharaj will offer charity. He'll say, you can ask anything, I can give you anything, He has that kind of attitude. He thinks, he's very proud basically, because he's very wealthy and doing very well. So what happens, here we should understand the Lord is a proprietor. Everything belongs to the Lord. For instance, we think, oh, I am the owner of this house, I'm the owner of that shop, I'm the owner of this and that. But that particular land existed before we were born also. And after we dead also, the land is still there. So, only that for that particular time, we keep talking like, I own this, I own this. But then, we really don't own it that way. It all belongs to the Lord. So same way, he thinks, I have all this, I can offer it to you. But it originally belongs to him only. So that's what the Lord wanted to show him. There's no need for him to go ask for charity or beg anything. It is just to prove a point. And then whenever Vaman Dev, though he looked very short, the way he walked, he could actually press the surface of the earth down. He was that powerful. Okay. Can someone read this? Hare Krishna. Who would like to read? Sarvagnya, would you like to read?
Okay, Mataji. Even Lord Shiva accepts on his head the Ganga's water generated from the toe of Lord Vamanadev.
Ganges water.
Ganges water generated from the toe of Lord Vamanadev. Therefore, after washing the Lord's feet, Bali Maharaj immediately accepted the water from the Lord's feet on his head and felt that he and his predecessors had certainly been glorified. Then Bali Maharaj inquired of Lord Vamanadeva's welfare and requested the Lord to ask him for money, jewels, or anything he might desire.
Hare Krishna. So what happens here? Actually, Shukracharya actually knows who is this person. So Bali Maharaj is saying, you can ask for anything. Shukracharya was the guru of Bali Maharaj. He understood this is Vishnu. He's come here for something. He can ask anything. He can ask for everything. He can do something. So he stops him. He says, "You are not able to recognize him, but I know who he is. So please listen to me. Don't give him. Don't ask. Don't even offer anything." But then Shukracharya is doing that. He is actually guru, so he's supposed to guide him. Another reason is he has his own selfish interest, because Vamandev is actually the Kshatriya king who is actually taking care of everyone. Everybody is under his shelter, including Shukracharya. He thinks if something happens unto the world, then they'll go bankrupt, because we don't know what Vishnu will do. So he is stopping him. Let's see what happens next. Yad vato vanchasi tat praticcha me vamarthinam viprasatsutanu tarkaye gam kanchanam gunabadham mrishtam tatha napeyam utava viprakanyam graman sadhum turagan gajan va ratham statarhatana tamasam praticcha. O son of a Brahmana, it appears that you have come here to ask me for something. Therefore, whatever you want, you may take from me, O best of those who are worshipable. You may take from me a cow, gold, furnished house, palatable food and drink, the daughter of a Brahmana for your wife, prosperous villages, horses, elephants, chariots, or whatever you desire. So right now, this is false pride and false prestige. It shows that he's not Krishna conscious. At this stage, he is not at all Krishna conscious. He thinks he is the proprietor. Okay. So Lord Vamandev begs charity from Bali Maharaj. So can someone read this? Hare Krishna. Vinda Mataji, would you like to read? There must be.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Lord Vamana Deva begs charity from Bali Maharaja. When Bali Maharaja, thinking Vamana Deva to be the son of a Brahmana, told him to ask for anything he liked, Lord Vamana Deva praised Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha for their heroic activities. And after thus praising the family in which Bali Maharaja had been born, he begged the king for 3 places of land. Bali Maharaja agreed to give this land in charity, since this was very insignificant. But Shukracharya, who could understand that Vamana Deva was Vishnu, the friend of the demigods, forbade Bali Maharaja to give this land. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So this is Prahlad Maharaj was born in an Asura family. His father was Hiranyakashipu. So this is the demonic family which has some devotees in it. That's how it is. So Shukracharya, all this they know. Vishnu is always he's supporting the demigods only. So anybody coming from the other side, they have to be a little careful. And here, that's another concern he has. And he's worried about what he's going to lose for himself also. And he says, just give me, this much. What did he say? Bali Maharaj had been born. He begged the king for 3 paces of land, 3 footsteps. That's all he's asking for. And he's first of all, he's a dwarf. So Bali Maharaj is like, that's all you want? That won't be enough for you. You please ask for more. If you take something from here, you will not have any necessity to go anywhere else. So take as much as you want. So he's encouraging him to take more. But then now he's actually rejecting his guru. When he says don't offer, he rejects Shukracharya. So what he did was right only, because a guru is not a guru if he is not helping his disciple to go towards Krishna. So a father, a guru, a mother, all these people who are in the leadership positions, they are supposed to take their children towards Krishna and help them get out of the cycle of birth and death. But stopping him is actually, it's not, what he's doing is not recommended. So that way such a guru can be abandoned. So what he does, Bali Maharaj, he does not listen. He says, Guru na sasyat, svajano na sasyat, pita na sasyat, janani na sasyat, daivam na taksyan, na patis cha sayasyan, namo chayedya samupeta mrityum. One who cannot deliver his dependents from the path of repeated birth and death should never become a spiritual master, a father, a husband, a mother, or a worshipable demigod. See, because Krishna himself says, whatever you do, think about me, offer me. So he's saying, Yat karosi yat snasi, yat juhosi tadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya, tat purushvamadarpanam. O son of Kunti, all that you do, all that you eat, all that you offer and give away, as well as all the austerities that you may perform, should be done as an offering unto me. So, see, it's very clear. The instructions are very clear. So we see many examples. So many people rejected, very close members of their own family. Like Bharat rejected Kaikeyi, Vibhishan rejected his brother. They did not support that idea completely. He took shelter of Lord Ram. Like that. There are so many examples, right? Prahlad Maharaj also, he could not, Hiranyakashipu could not convert him into anything else. He remained a devotee only. Then who else is there? Prahlad Maharaj, Bharat is there, Vibhishan. There's so many examples in Bhagavatam like that. So we have to be very careful. If somebody is dependent on us, we have to make every effort to take that person towards Krishna. That is our responsibility. Otherwise, we are not actually doing anything at all. So we're just wasting our life and wasting their life also. We have to be very, very careful, Prabhupada says. So Lord Vamandev begs charity from Bali Maharaj. Shukracharya advised Bali Maharaj to withdraw his promise. He explained that in subduing others, in joking, in responding to danger, in acting for the welfare of others, and so on, one could refuse to fulfill one's promise. There would be no fault. See, once you promise something, you have to fulfill that promise. But here he's saying such a promise can be broken. In joking, sometimes you make a promise, and sometimes you are in danger, and the first thing is you have to save yourself. Like how Vasudeva saved Devaki's life. Kamsa was ready to kill her. So when in certain situations, time, place, and situation, such things can be done. So he's saying, please refuse the promise. By this philosophy, Shukracharya tried to dissuade Bali Maharaj from giving land to Lord Vamandev. So whatever we have, we must use in Krishna's service. So as per our karma, whatever we have is because of our own pious credits, and slowly we are spending it. So everything is being supplied by the Lord, and the Lord himself is here. So we cannot say no. So please read this one, Hare Krishna. Sukanya Mataji, your hand is raised. Do you want to read, Mataji?
Bali Maharaja gave everything to the Lord in charity, and thus the Lord extended his body and assumed a gigantic form as Lord Vishnu. After hearing the instructive advice of Shukracharya, Bali Maharaja became contemplative, because it is the duty of a householder to maintain the principles of religion, economic development, and sense gratification. Bali Maharaja thought it improper to withdraw his promise to the brahmachari. To lie or fail to honor a promise given to a brahmachari is never proper, for lying is the most sinful activity. Everyone should be afraid of the sinful reactions to lying, for Mother Earth cannot even bear the weight of a sinful liar. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So Bali Maharaj, see, because it is the duty of a householder to maintain the principles of religion, economic development, and sense gratification, Bali Maharaj thought it is improper to withdraw the promise. So he actually did not listen to his guru. Actually, that is never done. You have to listen to the spiritual master. Prabhupada says in one of his lectures, Arjuna, at the moment, they were like friends talking to each other. Arjuna and Krishna had a very close relationship. They used to joke with each other. Arjuna used to call him, he himself says, I call you sometimes very informal names like Yadava, all this. But now, once he comes to know, after seeing the universal form and everything, he's, the Paramatma in the heart. He is the cause of all causes, everything. He's like, oh, Krishna, please forgive me. It's like that. So what happens when they are friends? The talk is very informal. But the moment he accepts Krishna as his spiritual master, he becomes very humble. So what he says, he listens, he hears him completely with full heart. He asks appropriate questions and with lot of respect he hears everything like that. The spiritual master's words are taken very seriously. There's no joking happening there. But here he rejected his own guru. So to what extent we can see Bali Maharaj went against. So now what happens? Vamana, who was dwarf, becomes very huge. He has all the mystic potencies, they say, like Hanuman we see. Hanuman also exhibits all this, but this is the Lord himself. Anima, Garima, all these different powers they have. It becomes so huge. Let's see what he does. Look at him, what he's doing. Who can read this? We all know this pastime, but every time we read this, it becomes, we are like full of awe and wonder. It's like that. Please read this one. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. The Lord gradually covered the entire surface of the world, and by extending his body, he covered the entire sky. With his hands, he covered all directions, and with his second footstep, he covered the entire upper planetary system. Therefore, there was no vacant place where he could take his third footstep. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So one step, he covered the whole earth. Second step, the whole sky, all the planetary systems. And the highest planet is Brahmaloka. So his toe actually went up there, all the way up. It almost went piercing the spiritual world. So there are two things. They say because his toe was piercing the spiritual world, there is this river separating the spiritual world, material world. This river that actually flowed down as Ganges, they say. Another thing is when Brahma saw the toe of the Lord, he immediately understood this is the toe of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is him. So immediately he worshipped it. He did Abhishek. So the water that is washing the toe of Vamandev, that flew down as Ganges, and that is what is flowing from Lord Shiva's head, because he also carries Ganges on his head. So that is where it's coming from. That's why Ganges is very, very purifying. She has a very, special place. So now, what happened? He covered everything. Where will he keep the third footstep now? See, Bali Maharaj offered whatever he had, but he didn't offer himself. He didn't say, neither he was that Krishna conscious. He didn't say, no, Atma Nivedanam. He didn't do. So, upper planetary systems, all the Swarga, Janaloka, Marloka, Tapoloka, everything is covered. Now he's telling, where should I keep the third step? So Bali Maharaj now, what does he do? When Bali Maharaj was thus reduced to a helpless position, he offered himself. Lord Vishnu asked him for the third step of land. So Bali Maharaj was humbled now. Very, very humble position. So, understanding Lord Vishnu's purpose, Garuda, the carrier of Lord Vishnu, immediately arrested Bali Maharaj with the ropes of Varuna. He's arrested because he could not give charity. Where is the third step? So now Bali Maharaj's wife, who was most intelligent, supported the arrest of her husband and accused him of having no intelligence because he had claimed proprietorship of the property of the Lord. He claimed proprietorship of the property of the Lord. So that we have to always remember. See, this is a pastime for us to remember that we actually don't own anything, not even the body. This body also does not belong to us. So we just say mine. But see now, everything is being taken away from him. He's taken all the positions. Nothing is there with Bali Maharaj now. He's left with nothing, means nothing. While Bali Maharaj, having been arrested by the ropes of Varuna, was offering prayers to the Lord, his grandfather Prahlad Maharaj appeared there and described how the Supreme Personality of Godhead had delivered Bali Maharaj by taking his possessions in a tricky way. So Prahlad actually understood. So he understood why the Lord has done this. So when Krishna wants a soul to come towards him, he'll do whatever is obstructing. Sometimes he takes away material things that is binding that soul to earth. Like too much attachment to something, he takes it away. Like when you take a toy away from a child will cry, oh my God, I'm so much attached to this. That, until and unless that attachment goes, will not even progress in our spiritual journey. We'll be stuck here only. We may become a worm or a germ or a mosquito or something else. We'll go through our miseries. So he doesn't want that. He wants us to purify ourselves, go back to Godhead. Because ultimate goal is to be in the association of the Lord, see him face to face and all that. And that's what Bali Maharaj will get now. He's taking away everything, but he's giving everything. How does he give everything? We'll see. While Prahlad Maharaj was present, Lord Brahma and Bali's wife, Vindhyavali, described the supremacy of the Supreme Lord. Since Bali Maharaj had given everything to the Lord, they prayed for his release. So material possessions are temporary. Our position is temporary. Now he understands what is eternal, what is temporary. Slowly is dawning on him. So same thing happened with Prabhupada also. His business, his family, kind of he says Krishna took all that away because that was special mercy, so that he could actually establish so many temples and help so many people. And he helped so many become Vaishnavas. So that was Krishna's mercy. So whatever reversals we face, it may look like what's happening, something bad is going on, but actually that is our own karma, diminishing. We are spending if we feel like, oh, we have money, we have this and that is our pious credits. Sometimes something else happens which causes a lot of inconvenience and pain and stuff. That is also our karma coming back. So in one way or the other, it is not the Lord doing that, but his mercy is such that he has a plan. He wants us to be in a better position. That's why whatever he does is for our own good. So now Brahma also starts praying here. Says, please release him. So can you read this, please? Hare Krishna. Who would like to read? Sarvagnya, would you like to read?
Okay, Mataji. When I place my body for a satisfaction, please put your third step on my head. Since the Lord has covered the entire universe with 2 steps, one might ask how. Bali Maharaj's head could be sufficient for his third step. Bali Maharaj, however, thought that the possessor of wealth must be greater than the possession. Therefore, although the Lord had taken all his possessions, the head of Bali Maharaj, the possessors, would provide adequate place for the Lord's third step.
Hare Krishna. So he said, you can keep your foot on me, and I is surrendering himself, basically, giving up everything. So the possessor would provide adequate place for the Lord's third step, although the Lord had taken away all the possessions. So he gave himself away. So Vamandev put his third step on the head of King Bali and he'll push him down to Sutala planet. So now what happens? There is some say she is his sister, some say she is his daughter. There is this girl, Ratnamala, who is watching all this. When she sees Vamandev, he looks so, dwarf and such a beautiful face and everything. She feels like, I wish I had a baby like this. I had a child like this. I would feed the baby. She'll start, having a strong desire. And when this is what happens, see here now, he's pushing Bali Maharaj to Sutala planet. Now she's like, I wish I could kill him. She has this kind of thought. She has negative thoughts now. So that's why she got that benediction in Krishna Leela. When Krishna was here in Vrindavan, Gokul, she comes as Putana. She feeds him milk, but she's trying to kill him, basically. So both her desires got fulfilled. And just because she had this thought that, I wish I could feed him milk and all, Krishna gives her the place of a mother. So in Golok Vrindavana, that's her position. She's actually his mother. So Krishna's mercy. Bali Maharaj was transferred from the heavenly plane to the planet Sutala, which is hundreds of times better than heaven. See, we think the lower planetary systems, wherever, Tala, Utala, Sutala, and all are there, so many. Patala is the lowest. We think it must be full of misery only. But here it is saying, even there is enjoyment, which is hundreds of times better than heaven, as indicated by the words Svargabhi Prathyam. when the Supreme Personality of Godhead deprives his devotee of material possessions, this does not mean that the Lord puts him into poverty. Rather, the Lord promotes him to a higher position. We saw this in Dhruva Maharaj's case also. Dhruva Maharaj lives in Dhruvaloka, which is within the material creation. But when Pralaya happens, that part of the material creation is not vanquished. It stays as it is. That is the Lord's mercy. So, like this, so it looks like he's taking away something, but actually he's giving him everything. The Supreme Personality of Godhead did not ask Bali Maharaj to separate from his family. Instead, the Lord allowed him to stay with his family members. So Bali Maharaj went to Sutala planet with his whole family. It's not like he was punished and he went down and he was suffering, nothing like that. All his family members also went with him. So there was nothing to worry. And when he went there, what happened? The Lord became his doorkeeper. Every day you could see him. Bali Maharaj gets to see the Lord every day. He's always there as a security, you know. So that is ultimate benediction. Not everybody gets to see the Lord. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Master of the three worlds, who is most compassionate to his own devotee, stands with club in hand at Bali Maharaja's door in Sutala Loka. How beautiful this image is. So his blessings are always there for everyone. He's impartial. So what did he do? He took everything and gave himself to Bali Maharaj. He said, I am always there at the door. You know, I am here. So that way, Bali Maharaj got delivered. So why are we struggling so much, chanting so much, reading so many scriptures, attending so many classes, hearing all the time? So much we are doing, practicing on devotional service. Whatever we can, we are doing our best. Why? This is for this only. So that we are in Krishna's association. And Bali Maharaj already got that. So actually, he is very fortunate. So, Kriyamane Karmani Dam Daive Pitre Artha Athamanushe Yatra Yatranu Kirtyeta Tattesham Sukrutam Viduhu. Whenever the activities of Vamandev are described in the course of a ritualistic ceremony, whether the ceremony be performed to please the demigods, to please one's forefathers in Pitraloka, or to celebrate a social event like a marriage, that ceremony should be understood to be extremely auspicious. Whenever we discuss all these pastimes, the whole place becomes auspicious, they say. Because it says, Krishna says he's already in everyone's heart, but he says, I am where my pastimes are being spoken, where there is chanting going on, I am there. So he says that. So wherever we are singing the Lord's Kirtan or chanting, is very much there. The environment that is created is like Vaikuntha. Such sweet pastimes are there. We can discuss them every day. See, it says here, Naham tishtami Vaikunte yoginam hridiyeshu va tatra tishtami Narada yatra gayanti madbhaktaha. My dear Narada, actually I do not reside in my abode, Vaikuntha, nor do I reside within the hearts of the yogis, but I reside in that place where my devotees chant my holy name and discuss my form, pastimes, and qualities. So Prabhupada says, whenever we are doing Sankirtan, the atmosphere that is created is of Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means no misery. So if the whole place is getting purified. See, in material world, there is always envy. They are behaving like animals. They are in human bodies. Prabhupada says they behave like animals. There is envy. Everybody is in anxiety. Who is going to attack me? Who is going to take my job away? Or who is bad-mouthing me? This person is going to cause me trouble. So this fear and anxiety about other living entities is there. We try to protect ourselves from all kind of creatures, everything. This anxiety is not there in Vaikuntha. So if Sankirtan is done, chanting is done regularly, that is not at all there. So the whole place, devotees are fearless. The environment is like that. No envy. An atmosphere of non-enviousness is created. Everybody is actually in a very peaceful state. So this Maha Mantra that is given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is very, very auspicious. Can be chanted whole day also. So the prachetas also, that's why, that's the benediction they said. Can we stay in the association of the devotees, in the society of devotees? Because they can keep hearing the Sankirtan, keep hearing the pastimes, and that is the medicine for all our material problems. Hearing the Lord's pastimes and chanting His name, that is the medicine for us. So once spiritually everything changes, materially also things will start working for us. The body also will start healing. So all the devotees consider that as the highest benediction possible in human life, just hearing His pastimes. So did you miss anything? We covered almost everything. So we cannot be too proud of our material possessions or our material qualification or whatever, because the Lord owns everything and He is the doer. We are not doing anything. So we have to be in the Krishna consciousness all the time. Bali Maharaj was not Krishna conscious. And then Prahlad understood this person deserves this. That's why whatever is happening to him, he deserves this. But he was very happy. Prahlad was very happy that Bali Maharaj got the association of the Lord. So we saw Prahlad, how he was in the last class. We discussed it. 3 sessions it took to discuss Prahlad. So this is how Krishna is. He teaches lessons through different ways, through his pastimes. So we learned so much.